It's about just like running your own race. Granted, if you're acting like a piece of shit and you keep doing nothing to make your life better, yeah, then you should probably feel some type of way and you should fix that. Welcome to the Beyond the Build pod. My name is Wendell Butler, and this is episode number 9. 9 of this thing. We're getting this thing going. I've been slacking a little bit. I haven't put out an episode, or I haven't recorded one for like a month. I did a lot. I pumped some out to get the content, in a pipeline. But then I started traveling a bit. I went to Japan. You can see my hat if you're seeing it on video. Osaka Drift, pretty sick hat. I don't know what these words mean. This side. I'll have to look it up, but pretty cool hat. Pretty cool. I've got some compliments on it. Makes me feel pretty snazzy. But yeah, welcome. Thank you for listening. And yeah, let's get on into it. Let's get into it. So this episode, I just want to talk about something that I fall into a lot, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs do. And it's important to snap yourself out of this really quick. And that is comparing yourself to other people and other entrepreneurs, or like where they are on their journeys, and it makes you just feel like you're behind. I think if you use it correctly, where you know that everybody's life is different, right? Everybody's on different timelines, but you use it to fuel you to do more. I think it can be good if you kind of use it as like positive fuel. But the second that you use it in your mental and your mentality start being like, I'm behind, like I'm not doing good, blah blah, like that, you gotta snap out of it and cut off whatever you're doing really quick. And I fall into that a lot. And I think it's easy today with social media, because you will log on and you see like other people that or some people, your competitors or whatever, and they're doing things. It can make you feel like you're behind. But again, just like the last episode, a lot of the stuff that you see online is total bullshit anyway. It's mostly just the highlights, and it's not really the real behind it. That's why I strive to just keep it real. That's why I do my newsletters, my weekly whiffs and wins. That's why I do this podcast. So you can actually see the ins and outs of the behind the scenes of what's going on. Because not everything's a win. Okay, you lose a lot on your journey in building a business or just becoming better in life, right? You lose a lot, and as long as you don't make the same mistake twice, and you can learn from it, and you can make it, like, let those lessons teach you to be better in the future, you'll be okay if you just keep going and you keep trying to win every single day. But yeah, I mean, we've all seen it, right? You open up the app or something, and you see somebody your age, you see their portfolio, you see the business that they're doing, they're posting all these things about what they got going on. And it feels like you're losing a race that, nobody's actually running. Like, they're not racing against you, right? They're just doing what they can do, right? And they're just trying to do better. But you're putting in your mind that they're so far ahead of you, and that's making you feel behind, which in turn can make you have a negative mindset, which in turn makes you perform worse. So it's just stupid, right? But everybody does it. I do it. And I think it's just part of the ambition that we have, and that we just want to do the best we can. And we have these goals in our mind. If you see someone else that's your age, like already achieving those, or like that they could achieve those, it makes you feel like you're behind. But you're wrongly comparing yourself, basically. Okay. And like I said, nobody's posting that they got like, deals that went bad. Nobody's posting that they have like maxed out credit cards. Nobody's posting that they had to extend their loan because they couldn't sell a place. Nobody's posting that shit. Most people aren't, right? So you don't know the ins and outs of what's going on. If somebody's only posting their wins and they're like perfection, like they never lose, like bullshit, they lose. They lose way more than they win, probably. They just don't show the losses. They lose every day in something. So just remember that, right? And then Another thing too is like I find myself falling into this trap too, is you kind of look at the timeline of like your age and like where you want to be in life, and like that you haven't like hit your mark or like where you want to be by a certain age or whatever, right? And it's just bullshit. It's just made up, right? It doesn't matter what age you are when you hit something. It just matters that you're working towards it consistently and that you are striving to get there. And if you continue making progress and doing the things you need to do every single day, you will get there. But if you mentally drain yourself by comparing yourself consistently and looking at like, I'm 30, I'm 40, and I don't know what I'm doing yet, and letting that kind of sink in as like I don't know, like you're regretting your life decisions and stuff, and that like now you have no more time left, blah blah blah. Like there's so many stories, and you could see so many people that started their current business that they're successful in at like 40, 50, 60, 70, right? There's no such thing as like a timeline. There's no real timeline. It's just you just keep trying to be the best version of yourself. Stop putting age like a number on it. Okay. And then another thing too that's funny is that most of the people that are posting on social media, like they're posting their wins, like even me, right? I'll post some wins and stuff. I'm not I try not to be on social media. So like I don't care. I'm usually working. I usually forget to post on social media. Or I forget to tell my VA to do it. It's because I just don't have time, right? So like while you're watching those people, and I do this too, right? While I'm watching those people like post their stuff about being successful, you know, I'm just wasting time. You're wasting time, you're wasting energy, because while you're watching them do that, they're probably working on their business and making it better. So it's just like it's bullshit. Social media just sucks, honestly. So I'm personally trying to build it to the point that I can still post consistently on it, but like me personally, I want to delete the apps and like just not go on it. I want my VAs to do it all. And maybe I can go on it like once a week, catch up, but like the daily on social media thing it's just not healthy. It's not good for you. Um and again, it's about just like running your own race. If you're Granted, if you're acting like a piece of shit and you keep doing nothing to make your life better, yeah, then you should probably feel some type of way, and you should fix that. Because that anxiety, that stress, or whatever, is probably because you're not doing what you know you should be doing, and it's not from the comparison issue that we're talking about here. But if you're comparing yourself and you're doing good, and you just feel like you're not doing good because you're looking at these other people that are posting like their highlights and things like that, where you're comparing your journey, which you might have been on for 2 years. Say you're building a business and selling t-shirts and you've been on it for 2 years, then you're looking at someone that's been doing it for 10 years and they're like absolutely crushing it. Like they got 8 years on you. Obviously, they're going to be crushing it, right? Compared to you. Same with real estate, same with brick and mortar businesses, whatever, e-commerce. So you can't compare yourself to someone that's already been like in the game so much longer than you. They might be the same age as you, but they've been in the game so much longer than you. It's like it's not a proper comparison. Um, so I would just advise like just run your own race, basically, right? So you're racing against yourself, and there's a book called The Gap and the Gain, which is fantastic, because if you keep on looking at the gap of where you want to be, you can really mentally burn yourself out. Especially with like social media and like all the AI and the technology we have today. Everybody wants quick hits, but newsflash, it takes like 3 to 5 years to get a business going, and like for a business to be like well known and like killing it. I mean, I would say on average it takes like 10 years, 10 plus to really get the ball rolling. Um, there's anomalies, right? You can have people that are killing it and just within 3 years they're like just absolutely crushing it, and there's anomalies, right? But don't focus on that stuff, even though they're probably going to post the most. Just don't focus on that, because it's real, but it's not common. Okay. They put in the work, they put in a lot of work, the right place, the right time, with a little sprinkle of luck, I know people hate saying like, you don't, there's no such thing as luck. There's luck. Okay. If I was investing, if I was, if I was investing in real estate 5, 6 years ago, where I am today, and then COVID came, you're telling me that's not luck? I would have made millions during COVID, but instead I started investing at the peak of COVID, and I've been riding the whole economy down and still making it work. Right? There's luck in play. Now, is it all luck? Absolutely not. It's hard work, it's discipline, and it's building a business strategically, right? With a sprinkle of luck, and that sprinkle of luck might really help you, or it might make you that anomaly that is like just absolutely kills it. Okay, but it's not common. It takes time usually. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of taking punches in the face and getting knocked down and getting back up. But yeah, again, run your own race. Compare yourself to where you were a quarter ago, a year ago, and see how far you've came. So again, the book, The Gap and the Gain, is good because if you focus on the gap too much, which is what's ahead, you can really burn yourself out, and you can feel like you're not doing good, and you can feel like you're not successful, right? But if you focus on the gain, which is where you've come from, and you express gratitude, you do some, what is it, the miracle morning stuff, which I mean, again, some people say the miracle morning is the best, blah, blah, blah. It's like whatever works for you. Okay. But I will say writing down and like just thinking about where you came from and what you've done, and showing gratitude, it will make you feel better. Okay. Because sometimes I look back and I see like what I've done, and I've done a lot, but every day I feel like I've done nothing because I'm just getting started. I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. But looking back at where I came from, it's pretty incredible, right? And it makes me feel a little better. But if you do that daily, it can make you feel a lot better, right? Because you're focusing on yourself, of where you came from and how you're getting better and striving to every day, instead of comparing yourself to these random people online, or people that you might know, but you don't know the whole story. So I would just say like close the apps, like just look at your own numbers, look at your story of where you came from, and be gracious that you have the opportunity and the bless and you're blessed and the blessings to do what you're doing right now, right? Stop over comparing yourself with some other people. Just focus on yourself, because that's what they're doing. They're focusing on themselves. That's how they're succeeding so much. And yeah, just go add to your business every single day. Add another brick to your business that makes it better, right? You're not behind. You're just distracted. So stop being distracted. Focus on yourself and keep moving forward. And I think I know the last episode I was like shitting on gurus and stuff, which I every other week I just feel like I have to rant about that, because there's just a bunch of grifting pieces of shit out there. Anyway, sorry. I will say like joining like a mastermind, or joining like networking events where there's a lot of like-minded people, is huge, because you can talk to people about these feelings that you have. And when you're feeling a certain type of way, or going through like struggles in your business, mental struggles, even like comparison yourself or feeling behind, being able to talk to people like this about it, that are going through the same stuff, is huge, right? So yeah, don't buy the courses, and don't buy the mentorship shit, unless it's like, again, unless it's like someone that's been doing it for like 10 years, and like you could see their product, you could see their business, that they're like reputable, and now they finally have time to put into giving back. But these people that have been doing it for like 2, 3, 4, even 5 years, like they're just selling you on a pipe dream because they can't make money in that business anymore. I'm telling you, 99% of it, that's what it is. But yeah, masterminds are great. So you can even start your own, right? Like I started my own. It's the Hive. It's a networking group, and we're probably going to expand it into a mastermind. I've had a lot of people ask me, feel like, to be mentored, or if I can, if they could pay for my time, which like I don't want to do. I don't want to do it till it's the point that I can actually put as much thought into it as I can to really help people because right now I'm focused on my businesses, and I want my businesses to get to a point that I'm satisfied, which might be never. Who knows? But I do a networking event, which talks a lot about this stuff, and I'm considering making like a mastermind out of it for like, I don't know, like 10 to 15 people, where we can talk about this stuff. We could do hot seats, things like that. But anyway, this is what you should be looking at is masterminds or even starting your own. It's easy. You just take action and you can just start your own. It's I don't know how to put, again, there's no like one perfect way to do it. Like the way that I started it is I just like started a Facebook group, got enough people in there, called it the Hive, put a date, I called around, found some places that I could host a networking event, put a date on it, post on meetup.com, and people came and they liked it. So we kept doing it and we made it better. It's that simple. You just got to take action and just do it. Or just go to one. Just look on meetup.com and go to ones. But I would recommend doing that. And anytime that you're feeling down, just go talk to other entrepreneurs, because they all feel in the same way. They all feel in the same way. And there's masterminds you can join that are paid and things like that. But I think it's very beneficial. But stop buying fucking courses. Just to double down on my last episode. But yeah, that's all I got for you. So yeah, comparing yourself can be healthy if you're doing it from time to time and you're comparing yourself to someone that is where you want to be, right? Like living the life that you want to live. And then when you compare yourself, like just look at like what they're doing and maybe try to do that if that's the life you want to live, right? But don't compare yourself to be like, I'm behind, I'm sucking, blah, blah, blah. Unless you really are. If you're sucking, you'll know. If you look back at your week and you haven't done anything to put into your business and you're just scrolling and comparing yourself and you're like whining and sad about being behind because you're not taking any action, then yeah, probably go take some fucking action. But if you're taking action and you're comparing yourself and you're realizing that you feel behind because of what you see on social media, like just focus on yourself. You're going to get there eventually. You're not even seeing the whole story. So it's just not worth the time and energy. But yeah, thank you for listening, everybody. I'll close that one out. That was a quicker one. Make sure you go to wendellbutler.com and you can subscribe to my newsletter there. You can make sure you like and subscribe to my podcast on, Spotify, YouTube, Apple, wherever it is. And yeah, leave a comment too. If you want to hear me speak about something, leave a comment and I'll be sure to hit on it. Because I want to start answering some questions of what people are looking to hear around business. But yeah, that's what I got. Thank you all. This is Beyond the Build, and talk to y'all soon. Peace.